All right, guess who's back? Missing in action for a couple of days. So, here's the update. This is the seventh day. I had my surgery on Monday. This is Sunday. Y'all. I before the surgery I read up on a lot of things, and a lot of people said right after you have the surgery you really regret having the surgery. And that first day, like I had my surgery was scheduled for 7 a.m., 7:30 a.m. I had to be at the hospital at 5 a.m. And it once I got there, things moved pretty quickly. I wasn't waiting long. They took me to the back and we did all the pre stuff, everything like that. And I wasn't, next thing I knew, they were putting me to sleep. I woke up in pain. It hurt so bad. I mean, it's your abdominal muscles, your stomach is here. Like you don't realize how much you got to use all of this to do everything until you have to use all of this to do everything, and it has been altered. Okay. So Monday, they just had to keep giving me pain medicine all day. I really didn't drink much of anything. That wasn't a thing, but so I don't really remember much of Monday. I do remember saying I'd rather just be fat. It was that bad. For me, it was that bad. Okay. Um so that was interesting. Tuesday when I woke up, I was feeling a little bit better, but and still in a lot of pain. It's hard because you're in that hospital bed and you have to get down off that hospital bed because you have to move around. You don't want to get those blood clots, so you have to move around. The other thing is that they want you to drink. And so this is the cup. This is how much you can drink, and you have to sip this. This ain't no gulp. Don't put the water or whatever you're drinking in there and gulp it. No, no, you not on that next day. You got to take this. And what I needed to do was I filled it up and I had to drink three. I had to take this in thirds. Now this cup, if you don't know, is it's 1 full ounce. 1 full ounce. And the 1 full ounce, you full. Drink 1 ounce in 3 sips, then you gotta wait a while. You gotta drink the 1 ounce in 3 sips, then you gotta wait a while. If you don't do that, then I started to hiccup and it felt really bad. And then at one point they gave me a sugar-free iced tea, and that did not agree with me, so that came back up. I went home on Tuesday. I was able to drink enough of these, and they saw that I was getting out of the bed, that I was willing to move around, and I was able to swallow pills for my pain. So I went home. And when I was preparing, I had one of my chairs that's typically a porch chair, a gravity chair. You can like lean it back, kind of like a rock. It's not a rocker. It's a gravity chair. I don't know how else to describe it. I had that put into my room because I didn't know whether or not I was going to get into my bed or if I was going to not be able to lay in the bed, right? So when I first came home, I really wanted my bed. So a friend of mine gave me a step stool to get my bed because my bed is a little high, and I climbed up in my bed. It was not the best plan. Now I slept in that thing. I stayed in the bed all night, and my friend stayed with me. My friend stayed in my chair, but we probably should have switched. We should have switched because the next day she was like, "I really think you should get in this chair," and that was really good for me. So I slept in my bed the first night, very uncomfortable, but I realized I can't lay down. I need to get up. So I had to sit up in my bed the whole night, and I was just like, propped up. And then I went over to the chair the next day. That was very comfortable. I stayed there all night. I think we woke up maybe like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I got back in my bed. I have been in my bed. Like, I get up because you have to walk, always walking, constantly walking, constantly walking. You want to keep on making sure that moving that body around. You got to drink your beverages and walk. So I would get up and I walk, but for the most part, I have been in my bed. I get up and sit in my chair because after a while my back hurts and the chair feels better. So I sit in the chair, I get in the bed. I'll take a walk on my second floor, get in a chair, take another walk, get in the bed. And I've been doing that for the past 7 days. What have been my friends is, number one, they told me you have to do the Tylenol. They told me I can't do any kind of other pain medicine, like none of the other ones, Advil, Aleve, Motrin, none of that. I got to do only Tylenol. So I've been taking the Tylenol. They gave me like a real pain medicine. I'm not going to say what it is, but they gave me some. I used that for the first 2 days. After that, I didn't want that narcotic, so I didn't use that. If I feel some pain, I take these Tylenol. Also, because I didn't want to also give things they give you, tell you to get gas pills. I've taken those because when you have the surgery, they fill your body up with gas so that they can perform the surgery, and the best way to get that out is to walk around so that you pass gas. And so that has been happening. It's nothing that's like extravagant or like rude or loud or smelly, but that air needs to come out. So the more you walk, the better it is to do that. So the first 2 days, I didn't take it at all. Then I started to walk. My first walk was to just go downstairs and come back up, and I did that twice. Ruby. I did that twice and I could feel it in my back. So I took the gas pills. It helped a lot. What else? And it's that. Oh, and then there are, I have to take pills for acid reflux. I hear a lot of people have to do that. So I do that. And one of the other things that came home with me that I don't have right now is the binder. You go to the hospital and they put that binder on you, child, that thing is beautiful. Now, sometimes I have to take it off because my back hurts because it bunch up a lot in the back. But other than that, the binder is wonderful. I don't have it on right now because I've been wearing it all day. And I like to let myself get a moment of no binder. But usually when I go to bed, I put the binder back on to like keep me together so that if I move, I'm not like moving and rolling with my, incisions. What have I been surviving on? Gatorade Zero, the Zero. None of them have been delicious. Ain't gonna lie. I did add the other day. I added a little bit of packet. You can't put a whole one in there. You don't even need to put a whole one in there, but the flavor just wasn't enough for me. And I know, like, you can have a little bit of flavoring, and these things don't have any sugar, but they are 5 calories. So I added a little bit in there. Like, you just dust a little bit in there. You don't gotta put a lot. And I've been drinking these. I have the sugar-free ones. They're not delicious either, but you're surviving. One of my favorite things that I have been drinking, I thought it was right here. It is a protein shake. It's the Dannon Fit and Light protein shake. That's been very good. It's more like a protein smoothie, and it's about this big, 7 ounces. It takes me about an hour to drink that thing. It's good to me. It stays down. It goes down well, and I don't have burps or anything with that. And it has a good flavor. Also, the Outshine, no sugar added, Popsicles, it's a blessing, y'all. It's a blessing. It's the easiest way to get some liquid down because it doesn't come fast, or you don't have any worry about gulping. You take your time because it's cold, and that's been very good to me. I also have had some soups. I'm still doing broth. I am still doing soups, very strained soups. I tried to do the blended, like put it in my small blender and then blend that up. The consistency for me is not good. So I'd rather just strain everything out, like have the soup, strain everything out, and eat whatever is left, to be honest with you. And so that's what I've been doing. What else have I been doing? I get up, I get dressed, I do all of that stuff because you got to keep it moving. So why not put on some clothes and feel fresh? And I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I drink? Water with the Crystal Light packet in it. I drink that. Again, that's not delicious. Water did not taste that well for me after the surgery. It's just not that good. And before surgery, water, 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 water. No juice, no juice, no juice, no soda, no soda. Water, water, more water. That was my life, right? And it just, she don't like it. Not right now. I hear like your taste buds change and everything like that. So I'm hoping that my love for water come back. But right now, and nothing really tastes good right now, to be honest with you. I have an appointment on the 24th so that I can be checked for my post-op surgery appointment. And then that's when they should clear me to go on soft foods. And I'll talk to you all Wednesday after I've tasted a soft food, because I really want some tuna salad. Tuna salad is on the soft food diet, and I am looking forward to it. So I've also had some Jello. It ain't really that delicious to me. I'll eat it if I need to, but it's just that my taste buds just don't care for anything. I also am not, I don't feel hungry. I don't feel thirsty. People have eaten around me. It has not affected me at all. Um, that for me is not a thing, because again, I know I've said this before, but this journey is very, very heavy on the mental part. And I have been mentally preparing myself a lot. And I feel like I'm doing pretty good right now. I mean, it's only been 7 days, but I've been doing liquid for now 14 days straight. I did not cheat on that liquid, y'all. That liquid week beforehand, I did not cheat on that. And I am doing all of my possibility, all that I have in me to not cheat up until Wednesday. And it's Sunday now, and I'm recording this pretty late, so technically it's Monday. And so that means I really only have 2 days left. And so why not just see if I can carry it out, and then we'll just move on to the next stage. Now, you asking me what can I have in the next stage that I'm looking forward to? Let's see here. They gave, when you go to your pre-op class, they give you this cute little book to tell you the things that you can have. Before we get there, I just want to say that I am very grateful for being able to have an opportunity to have this surgery to change my life. I was in agreement. Let me tell you how the Lord worked. Before I was offered this surgery, and I think it really was just a couple of months before, I had lunch with my best friend and her mama, and her mom asked me if I would ever be interested in getting the surgery, and I kind of was like, because I'm a person who, although there is a point where I got tired of being fat. I like looking at my body. Like she cute though. Like all the time. So it wasn't a cosmetic thing for me at all. This was literally because my blood sugar went to 958. That's right, the coma numbers in 2019. And once that happened, um once that happened, I went to like a diabetes team and they told me that I could get rid of my diabetes if I got this surgery. Now, I was like, okay, if that's what you're telling me, let's do it. Because what I didn't want to do is have diabetes for the rest of my life, and I'm starting that at 40. So, and that's no, I'm not saying nothing about nobody else. I'm just talking about what I wanted to do. And so it was offered to me because my insurance would cover it for medical conditions, for the health related issues. And so I was like, I mean, let's go see. Now, when I first started it, I'll be honest with you, I was doing it saying I probably could lose some weight, enough weight that I ain't gonna have to have this surgery, and then we ain't even gotta worry about it. I ain't do that. I lost weight, but I didn't lose enough that I'm gonna be like, I ain't worried about having the surgery, right? But the more that I did it, and the more that I worked on myself, and the more that I worked on myself mentally, I was like, this is great. Now I'm only 7 days out, but I promise you, my blood sugar ain't even been 100 all week. Now, of course, that's because I've been on liquids for the last 2 weeks, but um that's good, that because when you also do the liquids for that 7 days, you can't take your medicine. And so I haven't had any medicine for my diabetes either for the last 7, 14 days, 15 days, because I stopped the day before my 7 day liquid diet. And so for the last 15 days, I have not had any medicine, and my blood sugar has definitely been okay. And so I'm looking forward to seeing how that works when I have some actual food that I could, chew. But I'm very grateful for the surgery. I'm very grateful for my surgeon. He did a wonderful job. He made me feel comfortable all the way through this process, and so I'm grateful for all that. And I'm grateful that this was covered by insurance as well. And I don't want to talk about anybody else and what anybody else has to do, but it was very wonderful for me. So when I went to the pre-op class, there was a whole thing about the liquid. I mean the phases. So the first phase, I know you can't read it, is phase 1, which is 7 days, 7 to 10 days here, and it's just liquids. I'm on that 7 to 10. It depends on what your doctor says, the 7 to 10, but I'm going to be at 10 when I get to my doctor's appointment. And that's doing all the stuff I did. Protein shakes, soups, low fat, reduced sodium, tomato soup, all of that. Protein water. I had some protein waters. They were really good. The Propel or the Powerade Zero, Gatorade, any of that. Chicken broth, sugar-free gelatin, sugar-free popsicles. You can have unsweetened tea, lightly sweetened. They said you can have 1 to 2 tablespoons. I have done that. I've used the artificial sweetener and just use 2 tablespoons in a cup of hot tea. Now that's beautiful right there. That one I've done. They said you can have coffee. I don't drink that. You can have skim milk, ultra skim, and super skim milk if you want that. I don't drink none of those either. But I'm moving on to that phase 2, which I can't wait to get to. And that is, if you can't see it, it's 4 to 6 weeks of this. It's like a whole month. But the days go by pretty fast, so it's okay. The things you can have on here are amazing, because I'm literally going to be going from all liquid to, you can have things such as small pieces of chicken or fish or like ground turkey or ground beef. If you eat that, you're still, they still want you to drink your water. Small plates though. Please don't think that it's not small plates. But you can also have things like carrots or broccoli or green beans, but they have to be like soft. You can also have sugar-free applesauce. You can have some pears or some peaches that are soft, which will mostly be like in a can or a fruit cup. I'll be having that. You can have the sugar-free pudding. I already got some downstairs. You can have some soft boiled or some soft scrambled eggs. I don't do the soft, so we'll see how that works. But there's also like very lean lunch meat slices. Again, the salmon, the turkey, the chicken in a can or in a pouch. So there's more options for you and what you're going to do, and I'm excited for that. I will be eating come what's it called? Come Wednesday. I'm looking forward, and I already told my people. Now, that's coming up on Wednesday, but until then, I'm going to stick to all the things that I've been doing. I think that this has been it's been a very interesting ride so far, and I'm still in it. So if you want to keep riding with me for the next maybe 30 days, I don't even know. I don't want to give it a time anymore because I'm going to be living like this for the rest of my life. And of course, I'm going to tell you about I'm at the tail end of this stage. I'm going to tell you something about the next stage. And then when we graduate to the regular what you can eat for the rest of your life stage, we should talk about that as well. And so I just want to keep on talking to you. Plus, don't you want to see the progress that's going on in this girl life? I feel like I could already see my face changing. I don't think it's a drastic change yet, but I feel like I could already see my face changing, and people have told me that they could tell from my back, not my backside, but my back, that I have lost a little bit of weight. I'm not going to give my starting weight or anything until I go to the doctor because I want to see how much I've actually lost. And I'm waiting for some things to go through for me, like some numbers I want to see some certain numbers before I make any announcements about it. I'm not ashamed of my weight, but I'm just holding all of it till I can give a report on that. So I'll probably talk about it in a couple of days when I come from the doctor, and I'll let y'all know how I feel after I ate food, okay? Anyway, I'm glad y'all still here with me. Ride along. Let's see what happened. Bye.